It has been almost 2 years, and it's hard to believe, but I am still recommending the same thing I did ages ago because it's a great size, it looks great, and it's packed with fiber, vitamin C, and riboflavin. It also tastes great on toast with peanut butter. It's the Miyoo Mini Plus, of course. You know, some things seem like a good idea when I write the script, but oh god. Hey there, how's it going? I'm TechDweeb, welcome. Thanks for clicking on the video today. As a certified dweeb with a PhD in handheld hoarding, I get asked a lot which handheld to get. And my answer is always the same. Leave me alone, I don't give tech advice in convenience stores. I'm just here to buy mechanics. And I get it. You see all these handhelds, all these different shapes and sizes and weird product names, and you see videos on YouTube telling you they're all great, and here you are just lost and confused and hungry. And while I can't share my mechanics, well, I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna, I can share my knowledge, which is even better than mechanics. I made a video ages ago, 2 years ago, which in internet time is ages. It was called The Handheld I Recommend the Most. And in that video, I explained that for most people, getting a Miyoo Mini Plus is just an easy choice to get into handhelds for lots of reasons that you'll see. But the short version is that it's amazing for the price. And while it has some limitations, it's probably all most people need. At least people who are just looking to play some of the older retro games. If you need more advanced stuff like GameCube or PS2 or dance lessons, you probably need a different device or a dance instructor. Actually, that's not quite true. Technically, you can learn to dance on the Miyoo Mini Plus. It's just not going to be as good compared to if I taught you in person. In the time since I made my first video, we have had lots of really good handhelds come along. I've made videos declaring this or that handheld to be the best high-end handheld, or the best budget handheld, or the best EDC handheld, or the best crowd pleaser handheld, or the best handheld to appease the dark cube in your basement. And those are all valid devices and reasons to get a handheld. However, I still find myself recommending one handheld more than any other, the Miyoo Mini Plus. And that's crazy because this thing has been around for ages, like I said. There's other choices that do more than this does, but despite all that, this is still the one I'm telling people to get the most often. And there are lots of complicated reasons why, and I know you have a hard time grasping complicated things, but the simple reason is that most people don't need any more or less. It's the perfect sweet spot in terms of hardware, build quality, pocketability, what it can do, and price. And also, it looks like this. Look at it. Look at it! If the retro vibes alone don't sell you, then you're beyond hope. And I will leave you to your fate. Today, I'm basically making the same video that I've made before. But now, instead of then. I'm just going to explain why I love this thing and why I still recommend it all the frickin' time. This is basically going to be a gush fest about the Miyoo Mini Plus. So if you want grumpy coverage, you're not going to get that here. I'm a proud Miyoo Mini Plus fanboy and I refuse to change. Before we get into the nitty gritty itty bitties, as my mom would say, let's just set the scene. What even is this thing? The short version, which I'm not good at, but I'll try extra hard this time. The Miyoo Mini Plus is an awesome, cute little retro handheld with all the retro vibes in the world. It's got a little pocket-friendly size and shape. It's got a great screen, great controls, Wi-Fi so you get OTA updates and retro achievements. It's easy to use and just simple. It gets you into your game, having fun with minimal nonsense. It is not a monster. It only plays up to PS1 and some Nintendo DS, but you do also get all the older retro stuff. If you're into the golden era of retro games, you get all that on this one lovely little thing that is no bigger than a, what's this big? Like a half a sandwich, I think. Hang on. Yeah, about half a sandwich. It should go that big. One of the main reasons that I suggest this is the price. This is one of the cheap ones. There are cheaper handhelds out there, of course, but few of them are as overall good and easy and effortless as this thing. You can get this from all sorts of places online, AliExpress or Amazon or whatever. Lid NXT is the main store that I always suggest to get handhelds from because I know for a fact that they have amazing customer service. They have 4.8 stars on Trustpilot, which is a good sign. They have never paid me to say nice stuff about them. I'm just a genuine fan of what they do. They have won my trust, and that's why they get the shout out. Also, they have good prices, but just make sure that you check to see if there are any sales going on. Like right now, they have a spring sale where you can save 12%. So, look for the sale code if you're going to buy anything. That makes the Miyoo Mini Plus about $56 for the base version, which is actually cheaper here than it is on Amazon. And they have free worldwide shipping. However, if you decide to get the bundle with the custom Onion OS card, you can save 15%. That is a SanDisk card, and consider that card is over $30 by itself on Amazon right now. I'll tell you more about the custom Onion card in a bit, but right now we're just talking about the price, and for the price, it's hard to argue with the value. It also comes in 4 different colorways. I love this retro version. Seriously, I put this in a little stand on my desk just because I love gawking at it. Or you can get it in white, or transparent black, or transparent purple. I actually have a second transparent purple one as a backup. The Miyoo Mini Plus is the bigger brother to the Miyoo Mini, this little guy. Those who watch my channel often know that the original Miyoo Mini is my favorite handheld of all time. However, it's not the one that I recommend. For starters, they don't make it anymore, so you can't even get one if you wanted one. But also, it's smaller than the Miyoo Mini. I love it and I like the size, but for lots of people, I think it's a little too small. The Miyoo Mini Plus is a much easier recommendation overall, just because it's like the perfect middle ground size. It's big enough to hold and use for gaming. It's comfy too because it has just enough ergonomic considerations to give you some grip for your fingers down here and a natural resting place for your fingers up top. And it's a great size and shape for the pocket too. Let's check in with my pocket test guy temp employee person and see what he thinks. Actually, TechDweeb, since you brought it up, about that temp thing, I went and had a chat with the HR department. How did you know where to? Yeah, and guess what? She told me that someone can only be a temp during a 2-month probationary period. Oh, okay. So you're not gonna stick around then? That's a shame. Ah, well, it was good to... Oh, don't worry. She's not letting me go. She said that I've been a temp long enough and that I've been given a full-time position. I'm not a temp anymore. What? But this is my channel. I'm the one who gets to decide these things. Yeah, she said you'd say that, and then she told me to tell you that she's the one who pays for the internet and groceries, and to be nice to Pocket Test Guy or you'll get in trouble. That's not fair. Your mom said you'd say that too. Anyways, here we are with the Miyoo Mini Plus, and I know for a fact that this one is great in the pocket. The lack of curvy ergonomics and flared triggers means that we get a nice flat profile, which is great for pocketability. It slides in and out super quick and easy, doesn't feel big or annoying in there in any way. It's not quite as pocketable as the original Miyoo Mini, but it's pretty darn close. I'll give this 9.5 out of 10 for pocketability. I am so mad right now. Yeah, I thought you'd be. So I also talked your mom into getting pizza for dinner, with breadsticks and pop. I'm less mad right now. This thing just feels nice. Like the build quality, the controls, using it and just fondling it. The device itself is big enough that my thumbs naturally rest exactly where they need to be. The D-pad is solid, feels good with great inputs. The buttons are membrane with a kinda medium firmness to them. Not too loud at all. Nice and quiet bumpers and triggers too, so this is a great handheld to play when you need to be stealthy during like board meetings or funerals or whatever. And man, that screen. I know basically every cheap handheld uses this same 3.5 inch 640 by 480 panel now, but honestly, good. Keep using it. Games scale nicely. The size feels great for everything from Game Boy up to PS1 stuff. And there aren't giant bezels making the screen look all tiny and sad. Also, the Miyoo Mini Plus is a lot sturdier than the original Miyoo Mini. The Plus still isn't a rugged handheld or anything, but I actually tossed this thing in bags and jacket pockets without immediately feeling like I just endangered a small woodland creature. And now we come to the most important part of the video, the part where I ask you to subscribe. I even have this little screen animation to make it fun. See how much fun we're having? It is great that the Miyoo Mini Plus is so popular because that means that there's tons of stuff you can get for it. If you're into modding your console, you can change pretty much everything about the Miyoo Mini Plus. You can get skins that change the look of it. There's a store called Sakura Retro Modding that make really nice high quality buttons. That's what I have on mine. And you can get them in any color. There's another seller called Retro Mini Supply that have upgraded speakers that really improve the sound quality. They also have these lovely lanyards that connect in the headphone jack. Lit NXT also has some stuff. They sell a big bundle with a bunch of things, but you can get them individually. There is a nice grip that makes it way more comfy for like long game sessions, and a charging dock with a magnetic charging connection. There's so much out there for this thing. Just search around and you'll see for yourself. One nice thing about the Miyoo Mini Plus is that it's got a solid stock system and you can't mess it up. The firmware is on the device itself, so you can literally do everything you can to bork it, and if you do, just swap in a new SD card and you don't have to install anything. It's still gonna work. Obviously, you'd still have to add your games and stuff, but you're not gonna like ruin the device this way. The stock system is, it's fine. You get some basic menus, the games work, good emulators. I can't speak about the quality of the stock ROM sets though. I don't have a stock card anymore, but if memory serves, they're pretty all over the place. Definitely plan on reorganizing your games or adding your own games if you're picky. You also get access to a few custom firmware options. One popular option is called MIUI, which is like a minimalist, clean thing with very few bells and whistles. And then we get Onion OS, which is so dang good. This you can install yourself, and it's actually not too hard at all. I've made several videos about that, which you can watch and do it. The best features are the game switcher that lets you quickly swap between games that you have on the go, the amazing ports collection for old PC games. There's like a million themes to customize the look and the feel, including the TechDweeb theme, tons of extra emulators and better performance, an activity tracker, over-the-air updates, a media player, ebook reader, and by far the single best feature is the quick suspend and resume. You have a game on the go, hold the power button, the device will save your game and turn off, and then the next time you boot the DOODAD, it will start quickly and then dump you right back into your game, right where you left off. Like magic, but without the blood sacrifice. Like I said, you can set this all up yourself. Download Onion OS and add your own games, scrape the art. It's not difficult, it's just kind of a whole weekend project, which is why I love these pre-made Onion OS cards from Lit NXT so much. Everything is already set up. Onion OS is installed and configured, tons of themes and boot logos ready to go, including the TechDweeb theme, of course. You basically just shove the card into your little doodad and start playing games. And the best part is the ROM sets. They're the real star here. These are full proper 1G 1R sets, which means one game, one ROM, with an English North American priority. Everything's super clean and organized with scraped artwork, and you also get extra translations, ROM hacks, modern homebrew stuff, and just so many games. The amount of stuff packed onto these cards without them feeling like a complete disaster zone is honestly kind of impressive. The 128GB card is probably enough for most people, but if you want more PS1 and Nintendo DS stuff, there's a 256GB option too. And honestly, these Onion OS cards are a huge part of why I still recommend the Miyoo Mini Plus so much. It's like a cheat code for easy little retro happiness. Also, there's cheat codes on there. Literal cheat codes are on there too. When it comes to games, this thing handles basically all the classic retro stuff you'd want. Arcade games, NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx-16, PS1, and a good chunk of Nintendo DS. This stuff is what the Miyoo Mini Plus was born to do. A tiny little retro happiness machine. PS1 performance is excellent. Everything runs perfect. For a few tougher games, there is a setting called Show Interlaced Video that will make the performance perfect. The image looks a little bit interlaced, obviously, but honestly, if you don't already know what interlacing is, you probably won't care. Your brain will just go, wow, cool game, while you continue eating chips, probably. Nintendo DS is surprisingly solid too, as long as you're realistic about it. Heavy touchscreen games are kind of awkward because, yeah, this thing does not secretly have a touchscreen hiding inside it, but tons of DS games play great if you full screen one screen and then swap between them with a button. And, weirdly, I have become obsessed with DOS games on this thing. I expected DOS emulation to feel kinda janky here, but somehow this tiny little Game Boy shaped doodad has become one of my favorite ways to tinker with old DOS games. My brain sees this stuff running here and immediately releases the good happy chemicals. Like a lab rat hitting the little food pellet button, except the pellets are heroes of might and magic too. And the button is, well, that's still a button. The Miyoo Mini Plus has plenty of buttons. when I realized that it has been 2 frickin' years and I am still recommending the Miyoo Mini Plus, I was kinda weirded out. There are so many handhelds now. Bigger ones and stronger ones with thumbsticks and HDMI and Bluetooth and ergonomic humps. Surely something should have replaced this thing by now. But every time somebody comes to me and says, "Hey TechDweeb, I'm thinking about getting one of those little retro handheld things. Which one should I get?" I keep ending up back with the Miyoo Mini Plus. Because, and maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like most people don't want a hobby. They don't want to research firmware and curate game lists and compile shader performance like some kind of handheld scientist. They just want to play games. And that's kind of the magic with the Miyoo Mini Plus. It's not magical because it does crazy things. It's magical because it removes friction. You turn it on, your games are there, everything feels nice. You play for 20 minutes, you turn it off and toss it in your pocket. You run for your life from the zombies. You get to your safe house, you bandage your zombie bites, and continue your game right where you left off while you slowly start craving brains in a, cozy, nostalgic kind of way. I went into this video wondering to myself why this stupid little handheld is still winning after all this time. And I think the answer is just because in a world where every gadget is trying to become a powerful AI supercomputer that harvests your thoughts or whatever, there's something really comforting about a tiny little handheld whose biggest dream in life is just, what if Game Boy? And if that's your dream too, I'll have a link to where you can get this in the thingy below if you want to pick one up for yourself. Anyways, that'll do it for me for today. Click the subscribe button and the notification button, thumbs up button, all the YouTube buttons that there is there. I'm TechDweeb. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.